For the longest time, Counter-Strike was widely considered as one of the best first-person shooters ever made. The game has been around for 21 years, and throughout that entire time, no other game has really tried to contest it. There was literally no other game like it in the market. Until a short while ago. Valorant, which was released by Riot Games, is the first game that is designed to take on the Counter-Strike franchise. In this video, we are going to talk about the differences and similarities between the two, as well as which one is worth your time. But before we do, just a quick reminder that I stream on Twitch twice or 3 times every single week, so if you want to have a conversation about this in my chat, the link is down below. Okay, so let's start with the similarities. There are quite a few things that these games have in common with each other. Shift is for walking, control is for crouching, and left click is for making your gun go. All guns in both games are hit scan, meaning that there is no bullet drop or bullet travel. As soon as you click, the shot lands instantly. Both games use the same game mode for their competitive matchmaking. The attacking team's objective is to plant and detonate a device in one of the 2 bomb sites, while the defending team's job is to stop them. It's pretty much your typical search and destroy type game mode. The thing that separates these 2 games from all other competitive first-person shooters out there is their economy system. In the beginning of each round, you have to purchase weapons and other items with money that you get by killing other players and by winning or losing rounds. Winning a round gives you more money than when you lose, and if you survive, all of the equipment that you are carrying will carry over to the next round and can be reused. It is very important to keep track of not only your economy, but the enemy's economy as well. In Counter-Strike, you have to calculate and try to predict the economy of the other team, so you have to do some math. In Valorant, you can see all of this information about the economy on the scoreboard. As soon as you open the buy menu in either game, you will notice a lot of similarities in terms of the weaponry that you have at your disposal. Most guns have a counterpart in the other game. For example, the AK-47 and the Vandal, the M4 and the Phantom, and the AWP and the Operator. They also have other similarities, such as the AK-47 and the Vandal having a similar recoil pattern, and the M4A1S and the Phantom both having suppressors. Another example can be found between the AWP and the Operator. Both of these snipers give you a visual indicator when the gun is inaccurate while scoped. The AWP's crosshair gets blurry, while the Operator has a little red circle in the middle. Just something to take note of. One thing that is not similar is the fact that in Valorant, no guns are exclusive to one side or the other. What I mean by this is that in Counter-Strike, there are weapons such as the AK-47 and the 2 M4s that are only available to one of the 2 teams, and they're not equal. Stats like damage, magazine size, and cost can all be different. In Valorant, the buy menu for both teams are identical, and the same weapons are available for each of them. In Counter-Strike, other than the snipers, all of the guns are hipfire only, with the exception of 2. The AUG and the SG-553 are the only 2 fully automatic guns in the game that have a scope that you can aim down the sights with. Meanwhile, in Valorant it's the exact opposite. Almost every gun in the game has a scope that can be used, and when they're used, they change the behavior of the gun, such as rate of fire, movement speed, and recoil. The most noticeable change while being scoped in would probably be that on the Stinger and the Bulldog, the fire mode switches from fully automatic to burst, which will allow you to be more accurate at range. When it comes to the recoil of the guns, every gun in both games have recoil that you need to learn how to control. Some guns are worse than others, but you're not going to be able to laser someone with ease like you can in a game like Call of Duty. In Counter-Strike, the recoil is always the same, so with enough time and practice, you will be able to learn how to predict and control it. In Valorant, however, it doesn't work the same way. The vertical recoil is always predictable like it is in Counter-Strike, but the horizontal recoil when it reaches max elevation is random. You can tell that the recoil is starting to be random by looking at your crosshair. The very top part of it fades away to let you know, which is really helpful. I can only imagine they made it work like this to discourage spraying, and if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm a huge fan. This can also be seen with the spread of the shotguns. In Counter-Strike, the spread is always the same, while in Valorant, it's random within your crosshair. I thought this was worth mentioning because of the RNG that's involved, so if it's something that doesn't tickle your fancy, just a heads up. Custom servers in Counter-Strike are immensely popular and for the most part are used for practice. You can find various game modes to help you warm up, such as 1v1s, free-for-all deathmatches, bomb site takes and retakes, and a lot more. You can also create your own maps and upload them to the Steam Workshop where everyone can download them and try them out. At the moment, there isn't such a thing in Valorant, and if League of Legends is anything to go by, unfortunately, this kind of modding and customizability might never be possible, which is a real shame. One of the biggest differences between the 2 games, without a shadow of a doubt, is the agents. When comparing the 2 buy menus, one thing that is very noticeable is the lack of grenades in Valorant. Instead, they are replaced with abilities, and some of them function just like grenades do in Counter-Strike. For example, you got your smokes, your flashes, your molotovs, and your frags. Abilities are not just nades though. Some of them, like Brimstone's Stim Beacon for example, give you buffs as well as other things like mobility, depending on the agent you have selected in the beginning of the match. While there are multiple abilities that do very similar things, each ability is exclusive to only one agent. On top of the standard abilities, each agent also gets an ultimate ability. These are powerful abilities that can't be bought, but instead, you need to charge them by getting kills or by picking up orbs around the map. You can also just wait for it to charge passively every round, but that will take a very long time. I am not sure what I think about the abilities compared to Counter-Strike's nades. In my opinion, some of them make the game a lot easier and accessible, which is not a horrible thing, but I feel like they lower the skill ceiling of the game compared to Counter-Strike. You for example have Sova's recon arrow that lets you know if an area is clear or not without any risk. You have Cypher's trapwire that can watch your flank for you. You have Sage's res ultimate that's basically a free do-over. You have Phoenix's ultimate that lets you entry frag literally for free. And Raze has a bazooka as an ultimate that can kill multiple players. What I'm trying to say is that Valorant is a lot more accessible and forgiving than Counter-Strike, and it's by no means a bad thing. If you want the most challenging experience, Counter-Strike is for you. If not, or if maybe you don't care about the challenge and want to play one of these two, Valorant is a good option. Personally, I recommend that you try both. Both of them are completely free, so you have absolutely nothing to lose from installing both of them. This wasn't really a review of either of them, nor a deep comparison. There are plenty of other differences that I haven't mentioned. I just wanted to help you guys out on making sure that you know what you're getting yourselves into. Like I just said, just try them both. They're completely free, so you have absolutely nothing to lose. What do you guys think? Which one would you rather play? Or do you even have a favorite? Let me know either in the comments below or jump into my Twitch chat. I stream twice or 3 times every single week, so if you have anything to add, the link is down below. We also have a small Discord community filled with some really nice people, so if you are looking for someone to play with, the invite link is down below as well. Real quick, I just wanted to say thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Even though this is a small goal, it was still something that I have always wanted to achieve. So thank you so much for the support, and hopefully we can keep going strong. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and ring the bell and give the video a thumbs up. But with that said guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
It's like nicer to play when I have food in my mouth. That's weird, but okay. But I mean,
I'm glad you clarified that it's food. Like I'm being serious because yeah, that could have sounded so bad.